Here we go, 6 o'clock here on your Friday. Happy Friday, friends. Welcome to Up With KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Nicole Legoo. Let's get Jenny Power in on this party. Jenny, happy Friday. How's the weather going to be?
Vibes, come on.
You guys, it's like a big sigh of relief,
right? I know.
It totally is. And what makes it better is that we are going to be seeing plenty of sunshine.
All right, send her a compliment.
Thank you.
No complaints today.
I'll take credit for this forecast, okay? Because we are looking at sunshine and mid-70s this afternoon, which so many folks tell me all the time is like their ideal weather in the inland northwest. But we are gradually going to be getting warmer moving forward. First things first, though, if you're headed out on this Friday morning, we're at 49 degrees currently in Spokane. So it is a little bit cool out there with winds out of the south-southeast currently at 10 miles per hour sustained. But the sun is shining, so it is a beautiful start to the day today. Right now, we're in the upper 50s to low 60s for Wenatchee and Moses Lake. 48 degrees currently in Coeur d'Alene with some low 40s for Sandpoint, Idaho. Current satellite and radar, though, is calm and clear as the region across the board here wakes up to dry conditions. Winds are relatively calm across eastern Washington and North Idaho, but this afternoon we are going to watch for some breezy wind conditions out toward the Okanagan Valley and the chance for some mountain showers in northeast Washington and North Idaho. But in Spokane, if you are thinking of your Friday afternoon plans or thinking about getting out this evening, we are trending dry. We'll watch for partly cloudy skies this afternoon, warmer daytime highs though in the mid-70s with a clear evening ahead of us. Let's also get you out the door with what we're seeing on your traffic impact. Right now, this is a live look for you at I-90 and US 2 where things are moving smoothly. Dry road conditions, the sun is shining and traffic volumes are still fairly low. Taking a look across the rest of the region, this is towards state line I-90 in Idaho there where you can see a few more folks out on the roadways on I-90 this morning, but at this hour, no major collisions to report to you. Across the board, as we take a look at your traffic maps, we are in the green, which means we've got average drive times if you're headed out. Tim?
A weekend full of Spokane Pride festivities will begin in just a matter of hours.
KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is live in downtown Spokane to tell us all about it. Brandon, what should we know?
Good morning, Tim, Nicole. It is going to be a busy weekend here in downtown Spokane. Lots of Pride activities taking place, and of course, all of that kicking off here this Friday. So in just a few hours, the events will start to get underway. But one of the big ones you have to look forward to today if you decide to come on out is a Pride kickoff show at the Pavilion. That's slated from 5 to 9 p.m. tonight. There's going to be music, vendors, a beverage garden as well, and then just lots more fun. Prior to that, there's a rally for trans rights at the Red Wagon. That's going to begin at 3 p.m. And before the big kickoff, community yoga will happen at the clock tower from 4 to 5 p.m. And then also coming up in the next half hour, we'll talk about the parade and what you can expect on Saturday. We also have an interview coming up with the president of Spokane Pride, so that should be taking place in just about a half hour or so, but more coverage throughout the morning. For now, though, we'll go ahead and toss it back to you all in the studio.
Thank you, Brandon. And one more fun thing about Pride, KREM 2's Christian Garza will be there, so make sure to say hi. He is going to be hosting the Spokane Pride Parade that starts at noon. The whole event will last until 6 p.m. and be at Riverfront Park.
This morning, we are continuing to follow the debate over the possibility of a large data center coming to eastern Washington. People who represent blue-collar workers say the project could bring more than just new technology to the region.
So one industry watching closely here is the electrical trade, where demand for skilled workers is already growing. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers office says they would be able to take on more apprentices. IBEW says the project could also boost our local economy.
I've worked on most of them until I came into the office side of the union. It's helped me raise my family of 4. It's helped numerous people in the communities be able to develop skills that weren't necessarily the college route through the apprenticeship. That's allowed people to, raise their families, build a career, and be able to have a family wage job that allows you to be able to support all that.
There's a notion here that working in data centers is short term. IBEW, though, says that it isn't true because the facilities need constant upgrades. Another big concern has been the water the data center would use. IBEW says the technology we now have allows data centers to build a closed loop and reuse water to cool off the equipment. Again, we do not know where this new data center will be, but Avista says they will be releasing more information soon.
Your news time now is 6:05. This morning in North Idaho news, the Kootenai County Sheriff and other county leaders had a town hall in Coeur d'Alene last night. It was all to talk about the dangers of kratom. The herbal supplement is legal in Coeur d'Alene, but some other Idaho cities like Kellogg and Idaho Falls have it banned. In Washington, it's also banned in Spokane and Spokane Valley. Kootenai County Coroner Duke Johnson says there were 4 kratom-related deaths in the county last year alone.
The active ingredient, 7-OH metragenine, is known to be 13 times more powerful than morphine. So something that powerful should not be sold in gas stations and convenience stores. From our point of view, there should be some strong legislation coming forward.
Johnson says he supports banning the supplement in Idaho. 4 bills failed in the Idaho legislature last session that would have either completely banned or regulated kratom.
We now know how the 11 victims of the Longview tank implosion died. The coroner released their report yesterday, and it said they all died from chemical burns. Some had other injuries as well. Now, these burns are consistent with exposure to white liquor, the substance inside the tank that imploded late last month. White liquor is an alkaline solution used in industrial paper making. It was in a massive above-ground tank at the Nippon Dynawave packaging plant. At this point, we do not know what led up to the implosion. The state could take up to 6 months to finish their investigations. The Federal Chemical Safety Board's investigation could take more than a year.
Right now, a 12-week-old puppy is safe, and a Spokane Valley man is facing felony animal cruelty charges. Authorities responded to an animal abuse call on South Skipworth Road. Witnesses reported seeing the man throw and hit the puppy. Investigators say the man admitted to tossing the dog into the grass after it had an accident on a couch. He refused to surrender the puppy, and that's when deputies took him into custody. The puppy was brought to Scraps for evaluation.
Well, for the first time since 1994, the U.S. men's national team is playing on home soil for the FIFA World Cup. They will be playing at SoFi Stadium, which is going by Los Angeles Stadium right now.
To celebrate, soccer fans have been flooding the nearby LA Coliseum for FIFA's Fan Festival. Organizers say the first day of the festival sold out and drew about 38,000 people. The event has big screens and live music. As for Team USA, one of the players says this is like a dream come true.
LA is my hometown, and so being able to play in my hometown for a World Cup, I mean, it just creates an unbelievable story.
The U.S. men's team has not reached a World Cup quarterfinal since 2002, and let's hope they can make some history here. Team USA will be playing in Seattle next week, June 19th, taking on Australia.
And here's a look at the World Cup schedule for today. Starting at noon is Canada versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. They are playing in Toronto. Then at 6 o'clock tonight, the U.S. will take on Paraguay. That game will be in Inglewood, California. We'll have the highlights from that game on the KREM 2 Night Report. And if you want to watch any of these games, Brick West Brewing is doing a watch party for the U.S. men's national team tonight. Again, it starts at 6 o'clock, and the bar also says they're going to have some giveaways.
And as we look at the forecast today, temperatures are going to be trending even warmer as we move forward here. So we're in the mid-70s for Spokane today, 71 for Coeur d'Alene. We're even looking at some low to mid-80s in central Washington, but we're cooler up through North Idaho for Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint, mid to upper 60s. And that's also one of the areas that has the chance of seeing some mountain showers later on this afternoon. That's because we've got low pressure up toward Canada, but just the edge of that is going to be clipping parts of northeast Washington and North Idaho. So that's why we're a little bit cooler that direction. Otherwise, high pressure comes in, it builds, and that's why here in Spokane, we've got a mostly dry forecast ahead of us, as well as a warming trend even through early next week. So if you like the sunshine and the hot temperatures, get outside this weekend. Weather impact alert day for next Tuesday, as we could see elevated fire conditions.